Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Is he? Okay, there we go. What it do, people? What it do? It's your boy, Chaos. And a happy new year, 2023. We in here. Made it to a new year. And this is a new year for It's Just Our Opinion podcast. We haven't been on in a while because I've been practically up under the weather and things like that. So I haven't really been doing anything podcast wise. Yeah, but I'm here broadcasting live and direct in this good, beautiful city of Hollandale, Mississippi, where I lay my head at. And all that good stuff. Might be in the new year. That's how you say a new year, a new me. Well, first off, you know what I'm saying, things is already popping off in the wrong direction from what I see in the news. Man, it's just like, damn, get a head start into BS already. I know y'all pretty much heard about Gangsta Boo. She was pretty much, I'm not gonna say one of my favorite rappers, but she was a gorgeous young lady. She about 3 years younger than me, from Memphis. And she was well known from the group 3 6 Mafia, you know what I'm saying? You know, like one of the first females to rap with that group before Lil Chat joined the group after she had left 3 6 Mafia. But she supposed had died over a drug overdose. I don't know that to be for sure. I'm not, and I'm not going to really go into details about it because I kind of find it kind of weird that happened to her, especially on, a day like New Year's when everybody's pretty much trying to begin a new life. So, I mean, I had an argument. Well, I'm not going to say argument, but I had a debate with a couple of friends of mine about what happened to her. And they told me, like, she was on drugs, and people don't understand, there's a bigger picture than always using the persona of somebody being on drugs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it can be situations that we could never imagine, like certain, people being signed up by, some kind of a organization. A lot of times these industry contracts are basically signed in blood, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit of a ritual type of thing. So, a lot of times you really don't know. You only know what they tell you in the media. You don't know what's behind those curtains. It's just like the movie Wizard of Oz. You seen the Wizard of Oz and you seen all this evil shit that was going on in the land of Oz, but you really didn't see behind the curtain who was controlling all this evilness. And that's just how it is in society. You don't really know who's doing what to people to make people get deleted off this planet. But I think it's a bigger picture from this situation with Gangsta Boo than anything, because I think, my opinion, she was trying to get her life together. She was trying to move forward on the things that she did that she basically felt like she did wrong. And a lot of times we try to correct our wrongdoings, and a lot of times don't realize that we have already been sold our souls to the devil. And the devil's like, once you a part of me, you always a part of me. Ain't no turning back, because you basically took an oath to say that you down with me. And hey, if you try to go against me, you have to pay. Now that's what I believe that happened to the sister. You know what I'm saying? So, but my best regards goes out to her family and friends and fans and stuff. I was looking at her last little interview that she did on Drink Champs, and she talked about some real stuff that most people basically pretty much don't know about the industry. And a lot of us, we only know what they tell us. We don't know what really goes on in society. We just go off word of mouth of them. And one thing about it, it's just like being in slavery. When the slave master say, hey, this is what I want you to believe, this is what I want you to go along with, you better go along with it or you're going to die and suffer the consequence. Now, it's a little bit different. It's more of a mentality type of situation. It's more of a mental thing now. So they can put anything in the world and expect you to believe it. And if you don't believe it, then you have a problem. They have a problem with you. Even they'll have your own people go against you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to think about all these celebrities that then got locked up, then died, and all this stuff didn't happen to them. They always have this same little old-fashioned love song. They died because it was over a drug overdose or something. But if you really if you really check the pedigree of those contracts and stuff, basically specifying that they only get so much, and the record companies get a whole lot more than what the artists get. It's just like you working your ass to the bone for 16 hours a day. You're doing a good job. You basically being loyal to your job. You making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? All day, every day. And then you get one of these little peanut ass checks. When they basically specify that you get more than what you get. But they pay you like you're a crackhead. So, I mean, that's just how it is. But anyway, I'm just jumping head first all into the situation with Gangsta Boo. But moving right along with the situation with Skip Bayless versus Shannon Sharpe. I know I don't watch football anymore. I haven't watched football since probably I want to say the early 90s. So I'm probably pretty much considered as a lame in that field, because I don't watch football. I find myself not watching football because football, to me, all these sports entertainment organizations are not like they used to be. Everybody is more about clientele and who's the best and all this old shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you want to get paid, but you ain't gonna get paid what you want to get paid. You're gonna get paid scale by what they want you to get paid. So a lot of times these entertainers, they find themselves being messed over, just like any other entertainment industry, you know what I'm saying, that's ran by them people. So, but I've looked over the years that football and all basketball, all this shit, that's basically majority of black men, you know what I'm saying, it's more on the political standpoint now. I mean, back in the day when I used to watch football, they just talked about was their plays and things of that nature. Now they all up in the man's house, who they married to, who they do this and do that to, and yada yada yada. It's not even about the sports no more. It's like basically like you have a privilege to play football or basketball, but at the same time, we have the privilege to keep an eye on everything that you do. You know, and that just blows me out the water. But I wanted to play a little clip on Shannon Sharpe and Skip. You know what I'm saying? And it was a bit much. You know, I think this is one right here. Yeah, let's see. Or something like that. But I've looked at it a couple of times, you know, certain things, just to hear how Shannon Sharpe talk. As far as it goes, other than that, I really don't even really pay attention to stuff like that. Cause like I said, I don't even watch sports like that anymore. But I'm finna pull up this video. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is something. I think they probably back cool, but everybody wants Shannon Sharpe to lead away from around Skip Bayless, because Skip Bayless seems not to respect Shannon Sharpe's opinions. Here we go.
They can't move up or down in the standings. But I think because they got some rhythm with what they did against Carolina. Let's see if we can replicate that again, at least for a half, to feel good. Because the last thing you want, because up until last week, Skip, there was no really continuity to the Bucs offense. Yeah, they would last two if the defense had stood on their head and gave Tom Brady late in the ball game a chance to win it. He normally did, or he would either win or they would come.
That's the new situation. That's just something that went down today. So let me I want to talk about the old video of him talking about the I think the dude name was Amon something, the guy that collapsed on the field. I think that was Monday night when they played the Bengals against I think Cincinnati Bengals against the Cleveland Browns. I think that's right. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, this is it right here. This it is it? Yeah. Let's see what we come up with. I think this is it. It's got to be it. There you go.
Shannon, I understand it's something you want to share this morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Good morning.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. Watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. As a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So it struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back. Skip,
well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up
No,
this.
I was just going to say, Skip, I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation. So clearly, somebody.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the focus should have been, and not on the football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
as he continues his fight. All right, gentlemen, let's jump into our first topic. Let's talk a little NBA. The Lakers lost in Miami a week ago.
Well, I tell you, I'm not going to even go into details on that because, like I said, I don't watch sports, but it just seemed to me that Skip Bayless, or whatever the guy's name is, he's a very arrogant and despicable human being who basically don't give 10 seconds of a fat rat's ass about Shannon Sharp's opinion. Let's just be honest. He don't care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he basically showed that on many occasions. I think back here they had a big fallout about Tom Brady back here like 2 or 3 weeks, about a month ago, month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that. I know I remember that because that stuff went viral all over damn social media. And that was kind of weird. That was kind of funny to me. Because like I said, these, you know, it seemed like these guys basically put up a lot of arguments amongst each other because, you know, and it seemed like it'd be pretty heated up, you know. Okay, this is it right here. Yeah, I see one. This is it right here. Let me bring that up. I want to share that right quick. Now that was just even weird as hell. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't watch sports like that. I haven't watched in years because it's more political than anything. It's not even about football like it used to be, in my opinion.
Tom Brady or all the coaches?
All the coaches.
Stop it.
All the coaches.
Stop
Skip, I'm not going to let you do it.
No,
I'm not going to let you do
going to
it.
do
I
it
don't care.
because I just
I'm
did
not
it.
going to let you be disrespectful to these damn coaches
Yeah,
because you love Tom Brady. Tom Brady does not watch more tape
No
than
quarterback
coaches. He
in the
does not.
history of this league
Ladies and
watched more
gentlemen,
tape.
that is a flat-out
That's
lie.
a flat-out lie that you're perpetrating. There's
no
never
way.
been anything because you can't stand it that Tom Brady at 45 is still playing this game at a very high level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see these numbers?
Yeah.
These numbers say Tom Brady is not playing
Okay,
at the
then
high
I
level.
need you.
No,
Okay, you're
that's
in the
not what
Hall
it's
of Fame because you're scared to death of him because he's haunted you. Time out. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I would like to announce the fact, if you're new to our show, that this man for 6 straight years on this show that we have been partners at this debate desk has tried to send Tom Brady home, said he's washed up, his arm is in decline, and he should just go on home. It started the first day of this show in September of 2016, and he has been wrong for 6 straight years, and he's going to be wrong again. I'm standing by what I say.
How convinced are you Tom Brady's going to win the Super Bowl?
Okay, I picked him to win it.
No,
I'm not backing off.
Well, put something on it.
Well, what do you mean? I put my pride on it. I put my pride.
What I would do
Who
that.
did you pick? You picked the Rams and the Chargers, okay?
And the only difference is, everybody knows the Rams are bad, but they don't want to say Tom Brady is playing just as bad
I'm
as
not writing them off.
Skip, they're in the terrible division. They're in the worst division in football.
Good. Are they going to be in the playoffs? Help me out.
Skip,
I need you to
that's your argument.
Okay,
That's your argument.
What do you mean that's my
Your
argument?
argument is that they're going to be in the playoffs. Is Tom Brady playing bad? Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes, he played poorly yesterday.
What do you mean yesterday?
Okay.
I was here.
But you're giving him 100%
I
of the
did.
blame?
Because
That's just, you have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate. Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he's still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
Skip, I did what I
never
did.
said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I
so
got 3
what?
Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than
Way
you.
better.
Skip, what I got? See what you do? You take personal shots.
No,
for
I don't take
defense.
personal
Hold on,
shots.
time
You
out,
started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a
What are
minute.
you talking about?
You would take a personal
Put your
shot.
glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
you disrespect him. It's just so.
You
know what? It's beneath your
You would
dignity.
disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever played your game, and it's by far.
Have at it.
Okay,
Take off,
I'm going to have at it because I'm going to have at you because what happened yesterday?
Well, I tell you, I kind of think some of that shit be so scripted, but for the most part, it's just like a disrespect because, you know, Skip Bayless is like one of these Caucasian guys who basically just put himself in the position of thinking that, hey, I stand on what I say and ain't shit you gonna do about it. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And Shannon Sharpe, you ain't worth a damn to me. You can't even, goddamn it, shine my shoes, basically. You silly nigger. What's going on, 2357, my brother? Happy New Year to you once again. Yeah, I mean, that is just it's garbage to me. It really is. Like I said, I don't watch sports like that. Shout out to you guys that do. You know what I'm saying? I take my hats off to you, but I don't watch it because it's just it seems like a shit show. It's just a waste of cum, as my dad used to say. For real, it ain't worth it, But my thing is, if they're gonna have those type of disagreements that heated up, or whatever the case may be, Shannon, you need to just go and get your own show, and let Skip stay on his own little lane, or whatever the case may be. But that ain't gonna happen. Shannon gonna eat that up like catfish, and that's just gonna be the way it is. But you know what I'm saying? I look at it to the point where when I used to watch football back in the days, I basically reflected upon the game itself, as a whole, because you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have some agreements and disagreements. You're not gonna always agree on everything. So, when this dude get out here, Skip Bayless, if he says, Tom Brady is better than, Tyrone or whoever the fuck, shit, that's his opinion. But I get where Shannon Sharpe is coming from. Shannon Sharpe is looking at the facts of performance, and stats. You know what I'm saying? Skip Bayless is looking at the point where he think, I don't care about the stats. I'm telling you what I know about Tom Brady, or whatever the case may be. No, thank you. No thanks, but no thanks. Somebody talking about sound like a troll. I tell you, that's another reason why I be kind of hesitant of be doing podcasts and stuff, because shit like that come across my chat room or whatever the case may be, and it disrupts everything. But anyway, but yeah, that's basically my whole take on the situation, is that if them two can't get along and be on, a straight up narrative with each other, but in a way, to me, I'm just gonna stop saying that because I think it's scripted. I'm just gonna be honest. They're not really mad at each other. That's just to get everybody else to feel some type of way in different perspectives or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not really what it is. Because the average motherfucker would have got up and slapped shit out of Skip Bayless. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got time to be hearing all that old goof ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, especially when the man basically trying to speak his mind and say what he feels about a certain player, and then he cut the man off, won't let the man say nothing. But I've seen women do stuff like that with me. Damn, am I calling Skip Bayless a woman? Shit, he look like a sissy. But anyway, okay, let's move right along. 2023 is amongst us, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a beautiful thing because 2022 was a bit much for me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the point now we're in the new year, you know what I'm saying? And this is the first Friday of the new year. I'm wishing spiritually that everybody, including myself, have a beautiful 2023 year status. You know what I'm saying? Because this country as a whole alone has been going through a lot of tyranny. And the tyranny is that, you know, it seems like we don't want to be held accountable a lot of things that we do. And the things that, you know, as grown men and women, you know what I'm saying, especially black men and women, you know, my Caucasian people, you know what I'm saying, you know, y'all have responsibilities as well, but I'm speaking on behalf of my people. You know, my people to the point where they basically have divided themselves, you know, with the sake of having the mindset of being accountable for their own actions. And that's the problem that I have, you know, as far as what I'm saying is like, you know, our young people sit back and watch everything that we do on a daily basis. And what I mean by that is like, you know, we do some stupid stuff, you know, like relationship wise, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife. Now it's more out in the opening than anything, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember back in the days when, you know, my mom and dad was living, you know what I'm saying? My mom used to always wanted to talk to my dad, you know, behind, you know, in the room, you know, with the door closed, you know what I'm saying? Because she didn't want the world to know what they were arguing about. But my daddy was so damn loud-mouthed and so damn, you know, hothead, you know what I'm saying? So it was just, wasn't no way to basically ignore anything because you can hear him screaming and hollering at the top of his lungs, you know. But for the most part, most relationships back in the days, you know, consist of, you know, if we have a disagreement, let that be amongst each other. Don't to go telling your friend, your mother, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, niece, nephew, brothers, sister, or whatever. Just keep it amongst us because we're together. We the one with the problem with each other. That don't even exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, and the young folks, they basically relax and take notes off of this. You know what I'm saying? And they basically bring them up in a different way of life where it starts to make a bad look on them. And I've noticed that, you know, when I see the young folks, you know, around here, just it's like they just headless to the situation, that the things that they do, you know. I mean, all you gotta do is watch a lot of these old TikTok videos and Facebook, you know, especially, you know what I'm saying? People just doing more and more dumb stuff every day. And they think it's funny when it's not funny at all, you know. So it's just mind-boggling to me. But like I said, I hope we all have a really beautiful and wonderful and prosper, loving, caring, and sharing, trustworthy 2023 year. You know, like I said, I had been in pain for the last couple of weeks, couple of months, whatever the case may be. I don't know. I must have pulled a muscle. Most likely, probably muscle, bad circulation or whatever, because I do a lot of traveling, and it might have basically squeezed the nerve in my, you know, one of my veins in my legs that basically created a lot of pressure as far as pain in my hip and lower leg area. And it's been bothering me bad. But now, oh God, it's time for me a drink, and I'm not even sleepy. But it caused me to be in pain a lot. But I'm not in pain. I'm not in much pain too much like I was when I was in pain back here in November around Thanksgiving. Man, I could barely even walk. I'm talking about literally can barely walk. But now I'm pretty much coming back around the way. I'm being back chaos again. You know what I'm saying? So, and then by me being off the road for a while, like I'm at home now, it helps a whole lot to kind of help me get back on my feet, because I ain't gonna lie, I was literally walking with a cane, a hand cane, and that made me feel like an old man, because I'm like, I know I'm not old. Even though you don't have to really be old to walk with a cane, because if anything is bothering your leg, or whatever the case may be, that cane would help you leverage yourself off, pressure wise off your leg. So, but I haven't been using my cane in a while now. It seems like I'm getting back to my old self again. But that's just the life of a truck driver, a life of a working class man like myself. Things are subject to happen throughout life, you know what I'm saying? And a happy 20th anniversary to me as well from driving trucks, you know what I'm saying? I've been driving since 2003. And it's a blessing that I've been out on the road for a long time, despite, seeing the changes in society, being out on the road, you know what I'm saying? When I first started driving trucks in 2003, it was a lot of trucks on the road, but it wasn't as much as they are now. Now it's just like blowing up, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody out here driving now, you know what I'm saying? Then now they got this new law in certain states where they saying they starting to let 18-year-olds drive trucks. And I don't understand. I don't get that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like just going a little bit too far. Because my thing is, I don't have to disagree or agree with whatever's being put in the atmosphere or in the universe, despite letting an 18-year-old child drive a 80,000 pound vehicle up and down the highway. I disagree with that. It's because there's several reasons. Because for one, when you're driving a commercial vehicle that consists of truck and the trailer, it's a lot of big responsibilities behind that most people don't seem to understand. Because even though I've drove 20 years, I've luckily never had a wreck driving these trucks. Never had a wreck. I might have scuffled a little bit, scraped, but a serious accident or anything, or any kind of accident, never had. A lot of people will say, damn, that's amazing. Yeah, it is. Because me going in these different cities around the nation, going up against the environment of people who care and don't care, it's a challenge. It's a real challenge. And the reason why it's a real challenge is because you have drivers all over the country that basically have, you have drivers out here who basically have different mindsets of things. What do I mean by different mindsets? Well, for one, first off, you got some people that are not thinking. You got some people that are thinking but don't care. And then you got some people that don't care and just, hey, it is what it is. When you have all these mindsets going on in different cities around the nation, chances are you're going to get involved in some type of vehicle crash, because especially around rush hour time, because everybody is rushing to get home and go to work and rushing to go home. You know, I mean, especially if you got a certain size family where you have to go and pick up your wife, your girl, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and the kids or whatever. So you trying to rip and run from one end of the city to the other end, trying to make this happen so you can get where you need to go safely. But a lot of times, like in this day and time, we all got our motherfucking devices, the cell phones. So you basically trying to talk to everybody about, you want to do this, you want to do that, I'm trying to get through traffic. And at the same time, you're trying to concentrate on the things that you're saying versus watching what you're doing going up and down the highway. And a lot of times we basically lose sight of that. And what happens is we're going down the road, the light turned red. You sitting up there arguing or talking to somebody, you're not even paying attention to what just happened. You run the damn red light, boom, you didn't T-bone another vehicle that had the right of way. Then you have this happen where you in such a rush to try to get back to work because your boss told you if you be late again, you're gonna be terminated. So you flying like hell. Luckily, sometimes you might win, sometimes you might lose. It might be to the point where the cop might have been saved you by pulling you over and giving you a ticket. And then sometimes it's just in God's plan for you to make that mistake. And you flying up and down the highway. Next thing you know, you run trying to beat the light. Light turn red, cars getting ready to go. You trying to beat that light still, and you trying to run that red light, and everybody coming across, boom, you didn't T-bone somebody. And then a lot of times you don't do enough resting situation. You're not resting, you're not really getting enough sleep. So sometimes you find yourself blinking out, falling asleep, going to work. And the next you know, you might run into a head-on collision. There's all type of situations that I have to think about driving that 18-wheeler when I'm going in these cities and stuff. Because a lot of times you can encounter a lot of different scenarios going in these big cities. And that's one thing I have always had my eyes set on, is to be very careful to not get myself caught up. It's very hard to do, but at the same time, all you gotta do is remember just to be very aware of your surroundings. One thing that most driver license places should always do now at all these different DMV driver license places all across the country is show people the Smith system. The Smith system, if I can remember, because I took the test a long time ago, Smith system test. But the Smith system test is this guy, I forgot his name, but he's out of Texas. And he basically was doing a test on how vehicles do things when, do weird stuff, and how to correct those situations going down these interstates. and stuff like that. And he had like 5, I think there's like 5 parts. Like, I know one is leave yourself and out, look at the big picture, the goal system, which is get out and look, and get the big picture. To get the big picture part is just that, you know, basically scan all around you, everything, front of you, side of you, behind you, just the whole big circle, to make sure that you're aware of whatever is in the area that you're traveling to. You're going through a school zone, make sure you don't see no kids accidentally running out to the street. You know, run out in the street, because a lot of times young kids, they not thinking, they just moving around, you know, but, you know, things like that. And the other situation is leave yourself and out. What is this? Spam. Someone can call me. Leave yourself and out. Now, leave yourself and out is consist of, don't find yourself driving in a huddle of cars, like all y'all huddled together, traveling at a high rate of speed, because somebody gonna probably lose the balance and probably look off somewhere. Next thing you know, it's split second, boom, y'all got a wreck going on. To get out and look, the goal word for get out and look, that's basically about, you know what I'm saying, getting out your vehicle and seeing, you know, whatever is behind you or side of you or whatever the case may be before you bag out, you know, bag into somewhere or something, a park. Make sure that it's clear, so that way you won't hit nobody or hit something, you know. But that Smith system, it basically is the truth, and people should teach it at these driver license places, like they taught it to us truck drivers back in the days, because it helps you out, it makes you think. Because a lot of times we don't think, we just get out here and do, and when we get out here and do, we make bad decisions and make big serious mistakes. Yep. But anyway, moving right along to the New Year's resolution. I know a lot of you guys find yourself thinking, what are you going to do for the new year in 2023? Well, for me, I plan on working out and exercising, as well as, you know, eating certain foods that I used to eat. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know a lot of times we find ourselves saying, well, we're going to do the first quarter of the new year, and then next thing you know, we're back to our stupidity. But sometimes we have to, like a friend of mine used to say, sometimes you just have to eat a little shit. You know that shit might taste bad, but you got to eat it, because that little shit can help you. You know what I'm saying? You might, you know, you just got to motivate yourself on doing things in a different perspective, especially when you're getting at a certain age. Like me, I'm in my late 40s now. 4 more years, I'll be 50. And I want to be prepared for when I hit 50. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll be 50 in 2026? Damn, that ain't very far. So, yeah. You know, I'm trying to start early. I'm just 46 now. So, but you know, you have to change with the times. That's why I always say you have to change with the times, because when you find yourself trying to live the same life that you've been living over and over again, you ain't gonna never prosper to do better. You're gonna always stay in that one little box, you know. And most of all, you know, for my female friends out there who saying they don't need no man, get out of that mindset. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say that you don't need no man, because you do need a man. But at the same time, when you say that you don't need no man, you need to find out who you are first as a woman. Because a lot of y'all don't know yourselves. A lot of y'all don't even love yourselves. That's the reason why a lot of times y'all say y'all don't need no man. Because y'all got to find yourself first. And that's not a cap. That's not me dissing you or nothing. It's just that a lot of times when I have conversations with certain females, a lot of y'all don't even know how beautiful and how valuable you really truly are as a woman. You got to depend on society to tell you how beautiful and truly and how beautiful and things of that nature you are, instead of just telling yourself that and loving yourself. You know, that should be one of your New Year's resolutions, is to find yourself. Love yourself before you can love another. Because when you love yourself, then you know the man that you end up getting, you know how to basically prep him to loving you and loving him. Love, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't love yourself, then chances are the relationship ain't gonna be worth a damn. And you're gonna get to the point where he gonna cheat on you, or you gonna cheat on him, and y'all gonna get to arguing, hooping and hollering, fighting and cussing and fussing. You know, I've lived that life before, and it wasn't beautiful. You know, and the thing is, the reason why the situation wasn't what it was when me and that person was together is because she wasn't really truly understandable about herself, including the people that was surrounded behind her. Because most times, most women find themselves trying to get approval from their so-called friends. Their so-called friends tell them, girl, you this and that, this is what you need, this and that. And, you know, and you don't realize your so-called friend really don't want to see you with shit anyway, because she fucked up. She don't want you to have nothing. I ain't got shit, so she ain't finna have shit. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. Most of these females be hanging around some of the gullibleest friends, known the man. Letting the girl tell you who to date and who not to date. I done been in a situation like that before. I've been turned down like bad credit on a lot of situations because of women like that. And the reason why is because it's somebody that she don't understand. And see, me, by me being the person I am today, nobody gonna want to date me. Because I'm very outspoken to the game. So whatever you try to tell me, don't mean I have to go along with it. You know, I mean, that's just the way I am. You know, I mean, we can agree to disagree without being disagreeable too. But see, the thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you straight from the door how things supposed to go. Now take it or let it alone. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? But most people don't see that. Most people think that, oh, this nigga don't know what he's talking about. This man, he crazy, the motherfucker. But I know what the powers that be, that basically runs everything in this country, put in your head to think that you need to know what's best for you. That's why it's easy for you to go around saying you don't need no man. But society shows differently, because these young folks out here doing every damn thing, X, Y, and Z. And the reason why is because there's no man in the house. There's nobody to teach them how to be men. A woman can't teach a man how to be a man. Not even close. I didn't hear women say, I taught my son going to college, this and that and other. But there's some things you probably don't know what your son is doing either, because he's not going to tell you everything. But that's just my opinion about it. Yes, sir. You got that, hold on a second, guys. You got that can open?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Grab that motherfucker. I need one of them bitches right now.
See what dog doing.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, All right, everything good?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. But women saying they don't need no man. I can take care of my kid by myself, but your kids out here running up and down the road, stealing and shooting and shit. And the reason why they doing it is because they want some attention. Just like a baby out without a bottle. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah. Did you go down and buy sugar?
I was just gonna say I seen it. I seen it though. Still right. I had him with money.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I seen people yesterday at the store. But anyway, I ain't gonna be on here very long because I'm gonna get myself prepped up because I guess I'm gonna step out for the first time in 2 months. Damn, I ain't been out in 2 months. God damn. I ain't like I was, you know what I'm saying, wasn't trying to go out, but you know. But sometimes people will say, you know, you just don't need to be out nowhere. You can be at home and have a good time at home. Yeah, that's true. But shit, sometimes when you have too much good time at home, these motherfuckers want to come over here and have a good time with you. Especially when the goddamn music sounding good. Shit, that motherfucker, they're jamming. Goddamn. Shit. But anyway, I was gonna holler at my brother, Dark Prince, but I think I don't know if he's all work. Let me see. Yeah, hold on a second. I'll be right back.
Now you're looking at dash cam video from an Indiana Sheriff's deputy's patrol car that hit head-on by another driver who investigators say was drunk. The deputy was approaching a stopped car with its hazard light flashing when the other car suddenly swerved out from behind it. The deputy suffered only a cut wrist. The other driver was not hurt but was arrested.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great.
Well, he started his New Year's all right. Run head on into a sheriff deputy's car. he probably, if he was an old man, his ass shouldn't have been in the way. Should have cut his lights on. Boy, I tell you, these motherfuckers crazy as cat shit out here nowadays. For real. Yeah, I guess I was looking at some newsworthy type of shit going on in the 2023. I seen something on a young lady who got killed as let's see, she had it was a freak, I would say like a freak accident in Montgomery. Let's see if I can find that story. Yeah, there it is right there. This is crazy. This is crazy. I ain't never heard no stuff like this before in my life. But, you know, one thing about it, a lot of people don't know how important airport safety is on the ground at these airports when it comes around about these aircrafts, because you can't be just prancing around like you do a car. But this young lady, she got killed a couple of days ago in Montgomery, Alabama. Let's check the video out.
Tragic death of a ground worker who was sucked into an engine at the Montgomery Regional Airport on New Year's Eve on this episode of Taking Off. Hi, I'm Dan Milliken, and we previously reported on the initial news of the ground crew member who was killed when she was sucked into the left engine of an Embraer 175 while parked at the Montgomery Regional Airport in Alabama. If you want to watch that initial report, it's right there. Here are some updates and new information coming out. All right, this tragedy is made worse by the fact that she was a wife and mother of 3, leaving behind a very grieving family to start 2023. Also, there have been some reports that the E-175 had an auxiliary power unit out, inoperable. This is not entirely uncommon in the industry, and the airplane can fly without an operating APU. If this was the case, standard procedures would be to communicate with the company's ground crew at the destination airport, because they would have to get a cart into position to start the airplane back up after shutdown. So there's a lot of communication going back and forth. And when an airplane's APU is not working, they'll taxi in on one engine, usually the number 1 or left engine, but not always. The flight crew can choose the number 2 engine if they want it. And when they are marshaled in with wing walkers and the lead marshaller, he'll bring the aircraft in like normal and stay outside the safety envelope like normal. It takes a few minutes, but the jet bridge will be moved into position and the ground power unit, or GPU, can be plugged into the plane. On the E-175, it's located on the nose on the captain's side, the left side. And then once the GPU is connected, the flight crew can then shut down the remaining engine, and the ground crew remains outside the safety envelope during that time. Once the engines are off, the beacon is turned off, and the ground crew can then move in. Can the airplane operate without a working APU? I did some searching on the internet for the MEL, or minimum equipment list book for the E-175. The FAA's own master list that the individual airlines must comply with does indicate that the plane can be operated without a working APU, but has a repair classification C, which usually denotes it has to be repaired within a certain time period. Some have wondered if the engine that was still on was at a higher speed than idle. These GE engines are extremely powerful. For the E-175, you're talking about a max weight of about 85,000 pounds. And by FAA standards, the plane has to be able to climb out on one engine in case the other fails. So it's extremely powerful, even at idle. It's sucking in massive amounts of air. If there's water on the tarmac, it'll suck the water on up at idle. This old video shows a cone being sucked in with an engine at idle. The guy there was extremely lucky. In the case of an E-175 pulling up with an NOP APU, there will be wing walkers on each wing, again at a safe distance. And often the wing walkers will have other duties like baggage handling and will switch to those duties once the wing walking is complete, the airplane's parked. The baggage for the E-175 is on the right side of the plane. For a wing walker transitioning to baggage duty, the shortest distance would be from the wingtip on the left side along the wing under the fuselage to the right side baggage. But that's like the primary first lesson taught to the ground crew. Don't do that. Walk around. I've mentioned the safety envelope a couple times. Let's dive into that a little bit more. Like an old-timey detective novel with a chalk outline around the person on the floor, there's an outline on the pavement that is considered the safety envelope. For instance, here at Terminal B at DFW, notice the outline around these parked E-175s. And here's one that looks like it's about to pull in. There are no carts or people inside this safety envelope. Here's a smaller airport, in this case, Midland, Texas. Also, here's Abilene Regional, also in Texas. Notice again the outline. In the video I just showed, check out the markings on the pavement. Safety envelope. Now here's Montgomery Regional Airport. It's been reported that the accident happened at gate 4 here. This is from Apple Maps, and I don't know how old it is. There could be some lines there, or there may have been some other way to denote the safety envelope. We don't know what the pavement was marked at the time of this tragedy. The ground crew are taught not to walk in front of engines and to remain outside the lines, the safety envelope. All right, like I mentioned before, this is an absolute horrible tragedy and one that needs and should be avoided. In talking to ground crew members, it's an incredibly dangerous job that procedures and policies, industry best practices are driven in to them to avoid things like this. We don't know yet why she was near the running engine, but we know that a mother of 3 is gone and a family is really hurting, and I'm praying for them. If a GoFundMe or similar is set up for the family, I'll add that link to this description. So please check back, and if you feel the need to donate, hopefully there will be something there, and I'll link it all up. That's all for the update on the accident. I want to mention our sponsors who make the
All right, we're back. My heart goes out to that young lady that lost her life. Mother of 3 and was married. Death by jet engine. Damn. Well, one thing for sure, you know, I'm not a pilot, but I'm damn near a pilot because we've been flying planes since 2001. And one thing about it, aircraft is just like any machine on the planet. You got to learn what it is about, what it's not about, the safety guidelines and things of that nature. Because if you don't know these things, see, that young sister probably didn't even imagine that those engines were that powerful. She probably didn't even know that there was a such thing that plane engine could do some shit like that. But most people don't know about aviation, aircraft functions, especially with the engines concerned, because one thing about it, a motherfucking jet engine thrust power is powerful enough to knock this house right here we in push this motherfucker back like a wig, goddamn, for real. It's got that much power.
Smaller jet.
Yeah, and that's just a smaller jet. Because I mean, most jets engine power can push out maybe something like 70 to 100 some thousand pounds of thrust. That's a lot of goddamn weight. So just imagine what the exhaust is doing from the back versus what the intake fans are doing in the front of the aircraft. That's a big ass vacuum cleaner. And that's the reason why a lot of times you get on an airplane and you look out the window, if you're looking out the window and you see them got those construction cones in front of the engine, they have those construction cones there for a reason. For you not to be nowhere in that area. But they showed on the video where when the dudes put the damn construction cone a little too close to the damn motor, and the damn construction cone stuck up in the motor, and that bitch and come out the exhaust. Yeah, it's that powerful. So I can just imagine what he did to that young lady. Because the motors are very powerful. They have to be powerful for the plane to get rotation into the air, get up in the air. It can't be no little bitty ass motherfucking a motherfucking crop duster engine. No. You mean a plane like, that magnitude, that's what they call Embraer 175. That plane probably seats about roughly maybe 60 to 75 people. So even with a little plane like that, still want to have a good, comfortable, jet engine, General Electric, running those engines on them plane. So them motors are real strong, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why a lot of times you'll see the work guys, the ground crews out there with headphones on, because that sound is very loud. And I've been on the Tormat before, back in the days, like at Jackson International Airport, before they started building up the gates and stuff, they used to get on the plane from the outside, like the olden days. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no gate. You had a gate, but you didn't have no, terminal gate. Where you walk from the terminal straight to the, through the little gate, situation into the plane. No, you went downstairs and you walked across the Tormat and went around where the what's the name, the loading stairs is at, and walk up the stairs and get on the plane. Yeah. But even when we did that, the planes that they were flying back then, like the Boeing 727, those motors were way in the back of the, by the tail. So they're far the fuck away from the people. So they can let that motherfucker just idle, you know what I'm saying, and they ain't gonna do nothing to the people. But this plane here, this particular plane right here, the engines was right there, where the gate is. So I mean, but my thing is, that young lady, somebody should have really briefed her about the safety guidelines around those aircrafts like that. You know what I'm saying? So she would have had a heads up, because she walked very close to that plane, and that plane sucked her in there. I mean, but that just goes to show you how powerful the motors are. They suck a human body up in there like that. Jeez. All I can say is my heart and prayers and things of that nature goes out to her family and friends and things of that. But that's one hell of a way to go. Jeez. Man, it's crazy. But anyway, what time was it? Man, that goddamn beard got me feeling good than the motherfucker. I haven't had one in so long. He said, our prince said he in the gym working out where I need to be at. That's why he couldn't answer the phone. So he doing his thing. Shout out to Dark Prince. He in the gym working out, so he ain't gonna probably be on here tonight. I don't know. I might come on here a part 2 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how I feel. But I'm gonna go and get ready to step up off this thing. 6:15. Chop, where you going down there to play tonight? Yeah, because go can change his motherfucking mind in a heartbeat. Hell yeah, my man. I'm going down to the Sugar Shack. Let's go to the Sugar Shack. Yeah, so anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and step up off here, ladies and gents. Shouts out to you guys that's watching. You know what I'm saying? Much love. I didn't say the New Year's resolution. What is y'all New Year's resolution? I know y'all ain't gonna say nothing, but my New Year's resolution is just to be peaceful, prosper, love, care, and share. You know what I'm saying? And find my new wife. Where you at, wife? Where she at? I know she around here. I already see her though. I'm just bullshitting. I know. It's somebody out here for me. I just ain't gonna call her name out. Because one thing about it, everybody love chaos. Everybody love chaos. 2357 crazy. Yeah, bro. Man, I'm gonna have to get back on my DJing stuff, man. I know I've been slacking up. I know I went on live on Mixcloud, but that was just a test run. A lot of times I be so damn caught up and busy, man. I don't be, hooking all that stuff up, and the little stuff that I be doing when I be on the road. That's just a little portable shit. That ain't really my big stuff, I mean, 2-3, you already seen how I get down. You already know. I know I've been missed on the 1s and 2s. I don't know. I might plug in tonight while I'm down at the club. My cousin down at night, DJ Chopper playing down there. And shout out to DJ B if he come down. You know what I'm saying? I might just set the camera up and just video them, through Twitch tonight. I don't know. It'll depend how I feel. I might fuck with it, but I don't like playing music around young folks that don't know no music. Young folks, they listen to the gullible is bullshit on the man. They don't even like to hear slow jams anymore. I used to always look forward to listening to slow jam back in the days because I already know. I'm gonna grab me somebody fine, nice, with nice, and get up on her and try to make it do what it do. Now, that ain't the case no more. The females be dancing with each other and the guys be winking at each other. Hey, Nick, you gonna go out in the parking lot in a minute? Let me stop. But it's the truth, though. I ain't lying. That's why I'm laughing. Yeah. Ooh, this beer is so good. Jeez. I ain't had one of these in a minute. I ain't drunk no alcohol, none of that shit in about 2 or 3 months. So that means when I drink tonight, I might go a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I ain't going very far, so it don't even matter. But I'm just enjoying my time off because I missed out on the holidays. Even though I don't celebrate Christmas, I probably enjoy the New Year, but I don't celebrate no holidays. Holidays is not for me anymore. And it's because, hey, we ain't got the family structure for that shit anymore. Even if I had the family structure, they probably think I'm crazy. I'd be like, I don't want to hear about no damn Santa Claus. Fuck that white motherfucker. He ain't come no hood and brought us no damn gifts. He's scared of coming to the hood. Shit, they'll rob him and all his reindeer. Shit, when they cook the motherfucker. Shit, have some deer sausage. Rudolph, they gonna take Rudolph's red nose and use that motherfucker as a some motherfucking underglow lights for a goddamn car. Goddamn. Shit, cook Santa Claus, reindeer, have some deer sausage. Shit. What's up, my peoples? What's up? What's up? Y'all ain't got to be scared to say what's cracking. I know y'all watching, especially on my It's Just My Opinion podcast group page. Y'all can say what's happening, how y'all doing. I don't bite. You know what I'm saying? The beer starting to make me feel good now. Goddamn, they let you know I'm ready. Shit, I'm ready. I'm back in chaos form now. I was damn near about shit. I felt like the world about to come in back here a couple weeks ago. Sheesh. I can barely motherfucking walk. Oh, there go Raina Rowe. What's up, Raina? That's what I'm talking about. Raina, Happy New Year. She said Happy New Yeah, I knew what you meant though. New Year. I was like, yeah, you drinking good. You and 2-3 down there in New Orleans drinking good down there. I'm about to come down to New Orleans again. I ain't been down to New Orleans, man. I used to go to New Orleans all the time back in the days. I ain't gonna lie. I think I remember one time I brought a load to New Orleans. I had a truckload of bourbon. I knew that was a lot of money load because they told me that load need to be at this place on time. So I brought that motherfucker all the way to that place. What? She just had a shot of Maker Mark. Damn, that sounds like some powerful shit. Damn. But I ain't gonna lie, I know y'all in Louisiana, y'all know how to get drunk. Shit. I'm talking about y'all got liquor stores at every goddamn. I'm talking about. Top, you seen that shit? My cousin thought I was bullshit. I told him, I said, man, they got liquor, they got alcohol in the gas station. Never seen no shit like that before. I told him, I said, yeah, they know how to drink down there. I said, if I'd have thought about it, I'd have brought my ass to Louisiana and got me some of them goddamn daiquiris and brought it back. Big ass jug of daiquiri, man. That shit's so goddamn good. Like Pop said on goddamn Friday, make you want to slap your mama. I'm talking about the motherfucker be lined up, goddamn, for them daiquiris, goddamn. Like they be going to motherfucking Chick-fil-A. But yeah, let's see. What's name supposed to be DJing tonight? Is Too Much playing tonight? He's supposed us right. Too Much said Chop, he might call me. He's supposed to be calling me, but he wants you to it's a woman. He said somebody's a callsy, I think he said was want you to set up some PA speakers or something. They must have do some kind of something at that damn convention center over there. But she's supposed to be calling. She's supposed to be calling me to let me know what's up or whatever. Yeah, that might have been who that was that called me on the 209 number. I don't know. Shit. These numbers I don't recognize. I don't know. Sheesh. I'm scared to answer because there'll be some bullshit. But yeah, but I'm gonna get back on my grind DJing again, man. I just like now I think went back to doing what I first started doing, which was my first love before I really started DJing. That was making beats. I wanted to make beats. Well, my second love rather. And this is one of them right here that you put here in the background. This beat right here. Then I got another beat right here. This is my other beat. Let's see what's my other beat. This is my little smooth cut right here. I love this shit. I got this in my Cube. I got this in Cube. When he had Dr. Khalil Muhammad talking on that skit. First. Black man! He's going on with that bitch. Look at the white man, goddamn white man with blue eyes at them. Cold blue eyes. He say, this shit was funny, though. That's a little guy was scared. He didn't give a fuck at that shit. I wish he was still around because he could see all this bullshit going on. He'll be a never ending story because he be talking about all kinds of shit. Yeah, that's one of my cuts right there I made. Yeah, I know I do it all. Mixmaster Chaos know how to do it all. Shit, remixing, mixing and scratching, all that old goofy ass shit. Yep, love it all. I love it. I just love music. That's why I said I'm gonna get back on doing my DJing thing. I just be so doggone busy, and then like I said, I just come out of a 2 months and a half hiatus from painting because I was really, man, I was doing bad back here, y'all. For real. I'm talking about I could barely walk, man. But see, that's what happens when you think you still at your younger years, and your body will let you know them days over with now, buddy. You can't be jumping in and out of them trailers and doing all of those shit you used to do back when you were young. I gotta move around like I'm damn near elderly now. Yeah. But anyway, shout out to DJ Too Much and DJ Doug Fresh tonight, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, and DJ Jazzy Lou. Old Shy Jazzy Lou. Shy Man Jazzy. Jazzy Lou said he don't know nothing about no hog balls and chillin'. He said she ain't never heard no shit like that. I was like, yeah, of course you in the Northeast. Shit, Northeast know about goddamn broth works and Polish sausage and pizza and shit like that, and Italian sausage and all that other shit. I don't know about that goofy ass shit that's in the South. Bad enough I know about it. I don't eat none of that goofy ass shit. I can't stand shitlins and hog balls. And hog balls, goddamn it. Shit, I can't eat that shit. That shit poison. But anyway, let's see. It's about 6:30 now. Yeah, it's almost 6:30. I'm gonna go ahead and get about here, man. Shout out to you guys. We're finna go and wrap this thing up. Probably be back tomorrow night, you know what I'm saying, talking some more stuff. This time my brother Dark Prince be online, you know what I'm saying, with me. So y'all have a good night. Be safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't dare do, because I'm finna get ready to go out and have me a couple of drinks and chill out and listen to my cousin DJ at night. But then again, tonight, like I say, if all come good, I might go live on TikTok, you know what I'm saying, showing my cousin them DJing and stuff like that. All depends how things turn out, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, meantime, between time, y'all be safe, be easy, and I'll holler at y'all later. Have a good night.
Nor can we let the government of America off, because the government of the United States of America has proved to be the worst enemy of black people. So now when it comes time for justice, this is not spoken out of hatred or out of bitterness, but reparations have to be given to black people, even as Jews receive reparations from the onslaught of Nazi Germany. And now the Japanese are going to receive reparations for what America did by putting them in concentration camps. What's wrong with the children of slaves? We are here poor, ragged, hungry, naked, and out of doors, Reparations is what we want, and everyone that had a part in our destruction will have a part in paying reparations. I'll be right back.